and welcome to Game On, Journey to the NCAA Championship. I'm Ryan McGee. He is two-time Pac-10 Pitcher of the Year and ESPN baseball analyst Kyle Peters.
Ryan, 64 teams are battling it out in a Division I baseball tournament for a chance to get to the Men's College World Series in Omaha beginning June 13th.
And this year, KP, is a special one as we celebrate 75 years of that road to Omaha and bring you some of the best stories in college baseball today and yesterday. It's all straight ahead on Game On.
It's the mecca of college baseball.
You know where we're going?
Going to Omaha, baby!
I'm way back home.
The two Alloy brothers are knocking the cover off the ball.
Being able to play with my brother is a dream come true.
First time World Series champions.
We're either going to fight our way into this thing or we'll just die trying.
Arnold struck him out.
Seeing that what we do on the field brings them joy makes me happy.
A legend is born.
Winning back-to-back titles is one of the top moments of my career.
Being a national champion, that is the greatest feeling in the world.
The mountaintop of college baseball.
This is heaven, man.
In 2024, after winning the national championship, Tennessee head coach Tony Vitello secured a significant contract extension, making him the highest paid coach in college baseball. His leadership has completely transformed the Vols baseball program.
Before Vitello arrived, Tennessee made only 4 appearances in the College World Series between 1947 and 2017. Under his guidance, the Vols have reached Omaha 3 times in the last 4 years.
His success is undeniable, but can also be a little divisive. To find out what makes Tony V tick, I climbed old Rocky Top to find out.
The Tennessee Volunteers believe they have a date with destiny.
June 8th, 2024. Game 2 of the Knoxville NCAA Super Regionals.
This is tagged, carrying, and it is gone, a home run.
The overwhelmingly underdog Evansville Aces are 1 out away from forcing a decisive Game 3 against top-ranked Tennessee.
High fly ball could end the ball game as the Evansville Aces get the win and force a 3rd game in this Super Regional.
We lose to Evansville. It's an afternoon game and a night game on Sunday, so you have this huge gap. Just sitting on the couch stewing. Like on replay, I can hear this reporter's question.
Does tomorrow's game weigh a bit more then for you guys? Meaning, you know, if you guys lose, it could be another unsuccessful season for you guys?
He wanted to try and get a quote out of me that would fuel the fire for Evansville. You shouldn't want to get revenge, but I don't know if that was the intent.
In Game 3, the Vols got their payback.
Fly ball could do it. Back to Omaha for the 7th time.
But before Tennessee head coach Tony Vitello could celebrate, he needed to tie up one loose end, addressing the question that had echoed in his brain for more than 24 hours.
He was like, I got some business to go take care of. I got all your guys' backs.
You guys made the mistake of giving me the mic, so I'll add to my opening statement, really picking up where we left off yesterday.
Yeah, I don't ever watch his pressers or anything like that. I don't. But I did watch that one because it went so viral.
Success is a degree or measure of succeeding. So those 2 words right there, and I definitely ain't the smartest fella, degree and measure means you get a pick. You get to pick what success is.
There's too many times I don't like who I am, but the one thing I always want to be is true to myself and be authentic.
To show up at work every day and get out of my car excited and to have fun and to be around people that want to be here and be in an environment that you're excited to get to every day. 100% success.
Tennessee head baseball coach Tony Vitello has led the Volunteers to national prominence, promoting the program from sleeping giant to college baseball powerhouse.
Back on the move. Whoa! And makes the catch!
But the method to his madness has also been a bit of a fireworks show. In his 8 seasons in Knoxville, Vitello has been suspended 3 times.
And now Tony Vitello bumps the third base umpire.
And ejected 5.
He's going to let everybody have it, I believe.
Tony Vitello gets thrown out.
You don't know where the line is till you cross it, and then you make an adjustment. I don't want our guys, if they give them a coloring book, I don't want them just coloring inside the lines.
Fair or unfair when you get framed up as the bad guy?
There is a sense of, okay, now we can try and play the villain a little bit, but we're trying to win.
The seeds of becoming a head coach were planted in St. Louis by his father, Greg Vitello, a Missouri baseball and soccer coaching legend who worked for 46 years at the same high school where he coached his son.
I had to back off on because, you know, he's your son. You want him to be the best. And then again, there's always that talk around you. Hey, the only reason he's playing is his old man's the coach. But you know what? He proved himself.
He was a maniac worker, and I think I learned that and watched that and respected that. But the time I got to be around him was valuable.
After a year at Division II Spring Hill College, Vitello went on to play at Missouri. It was during this time that he decided to take on the family trade.
I could play some defense, and probably what led me to coach was the ability to throw. So I actually started throwing batting practice at Missouri pregame as a player. And so ultimately, that was my little window into coaching.
Vitello spent 15 years as an assistant for some of college baseball's most respected head coaches. In 2017, at the age of 38, he too became a head coach. But his Big Orange baseball story started with the wrong orange.
So there's my first indoctrination into Vol Nation is, hey, dude, you got the wrong color orange on. It's like the only orange I got.
What was it like to call Dad and say, head baseball coach?
That was, dang, I'm gonna sound bad. I used to cry during movies too. I don't do that anymore. I think it's this damn job has hardened me up a little bit, but I couldn't get it out.
It was just kind of surreal. You're the new coach at Tennessee. That's SEC. You don't get better than SEC.
So just make sure you know where you need to be in certain situations. Make sure you know the signs.
Vitello took over a team that was near the bottom of the SEC. It didn't take long for the Volunteers to become a mirror image of their fiery head coach.
When we first got here, it was like, let us in. And it was, no, you're not invited to this party. And it was kind of like, we're either gonna fight for respect from other people or fight our way into this thing, or we'll just, you know, die trying.
It's awesome. I love it. Some people might not like how we play the game, but that's who we are.
We definitely pushed the line, I think, as much as possible when things kind of got a little bit fiery. Obviously, he was leading the charge.
On June 24th, 2024, the Vitello-led Vols finally achieved what had eluded the Tennessee program.
It is gone!
Since their first trip to Omaha in 1951.
Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball. They are the World Series champions.
It's really an honor to be able to do that, and especially with the group of guys that we did it with, it was super special.
The reaction I had in seeing my dad and making sure he got that on the field was very natural.
An incredible experience. We didn't say anything. Hey, this is heaven, man. This is what it's supposed to be, heaven in Omaha.
It was, I felt like I was the dad and he was the kid because he wouldn't stop crying.
His success has not only built up a raucous fan base, it's built up the ballpark as well. Lindsey Nelson Stadium is draped in construction cranes.
How do you keep this going? The winning, the hard hats, I mean, how do you keep this going?
I don't know. I was having a stress-free morning until you. I think you got to have good players. That's step one. But I think also to remain ambitious. With the stadium construction, it's nice to use that as a parallel for our program is still trying to achieve in certain areas and keep getting better every day. I just want to do what I think is a good job. just a desire to compete and a desire to help kids improve every day.
Some, okay, a lot, might say that Vitello is as stubborn as the steel that we just saw wrapped around Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Tennessee is a 14 seed. After making a lot of noise in the SEC tournament, after they honestly scuffled through May, there are a record 13 teams from the SEC in the field of 64. Here's a look at the top 8 seeds. Kyle Peterson, which of these teams jumps out at you?
Let's start with Vandy. Number 1 seed, if we go back a month, they would not have been in a discussion to be number 1. In fact, if not for their run through the SEC tournament, they wouldn't be in this position. Outscored opponents 19-3 in that SEC tournament. The power has started to arrive for Vandy in the back half of the season. The arms are always going to be there, and there are plenty of arms. Jonathan Vastine, their shortstop, started every game, made 2 errors the entire season. 2. They're a complete team, and Vandy's got a real chance to go on and win the 3rd national championship.
So, and by the way, Vandy's back. Vandy Whistler is back. So just don't complain to us. It's not our deal. All right. Texas is also back. They're in this tournament, have been in this tournament basically every year since it was invented, almost 80 years ago. Where are the Horns? We had all this drama, right, with Schlossnagle leaving A&M moments after losing the College World Series finals last year and going to Texas. But what a great year in Austin.
It's a great year in Austin. It's a great year that nobody saw coming. I don't think Jim Schlossnagle saw this coming. I don't think that most around college baseball did. They started 19-2 in the Southeastern Conference. People don't do that. They won the regular season by 2 games. He scuffled a little bit towards the back end of the season, won and done in the SEC tournament, but ultimately a team that earned their way into a top 8 national seed and earned their way to play home baseball at Dish Falk, which historically, if you're playing home baseball at Dish Falk, generally you're playing in Omaha 2 weeks later.
Yeah, you're probably going to win the baseball games. All right, a team that used to be in Omaha a lot, and then they kind of lost the roadmap, but now they've figured it out again, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Where are you on that pale blue team in Chapel Hill?
Where I am is I think they have a real chance to win the whole thing. I mean, the first 2 weeks of the ACC season, they weren't great. After that, they've been arguably as good as anybody in the country. Went on to win the ACC tournament and won 14-4 over a Clemson team that's got a chance to make a real run, too. Last year, 4 SEC, 4 ACC teams in Omaha, and this was one of them. So Scott Forbes, who was a part of that initial North Carolina resurgence, now their head coach. Assistant coach before, now the head coach, has the Heels in a position to go to Omaha back-to-back years.
And the ACC is chomping at the bit to take that ring away from the SEC finally. All right, that was the top 8 seeds. Here are the next 8 seeds, and we're just going to go right down the road from Chapel Hill down to the beach. Down there in Conway, South Carolina, coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers, of course, won all of our hearts so many years ago with Gary Gilmore at the helm. New coach now, looks like old Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin Schnall, who was there before, now first year as a head coach, has Coastal back in his spot. I thought they had a chance to be the number 8 overall national seed. Blew through the Sun Belt, beat Southern Miss in the Sun Belt Championship. But ultimately, we get home baseball at the beach in a regional that is not overly kind when you look at it on paper. A Florida team that was really hot the second half of the SEC season, an East Carolina team that needed to win their conference tournament to get in, but yet an East Carolina team that routinely is in the postseason.
The Pirates, the best program to never make it to Omaha. Speaking of programs that were, I mean, this program was shuttered, the Ducks, but Oregon, they're really good.
They're very good, and they had an argument for that top 8 national seed. A team and a program that was only brought back because Oregon State won the national championship. Now it's a team that, if you look back over the last few years, they've played in a few supers. Historically, only been to Omaha once. That was in the 1950s. I don't think it'll be long until Oregon gets back there again.
And, you know, you look at this map, right? When you get to Omaha, they show you where all the 8 teams are. It leans very heavy southeast. There are 3 teams on the West Coast hosting regionals that hope to change that map when we get to June.
A flood of emotion after one swing of the bat.
Cade Ballou this morning had the tragic loss of his mom.
Get
Fly
going.
ball, right
Get
center. It's deep. It's gone.
Some things just transcend the human experience, and that's one of them.
Cade Ballou hits one out for his mom.
Listen, we love college baseball for the baseball, but we really love it for the people that we come in contact with. It was the moment you just saw. It's Parker Bird at East Carolina getting hits on one leg, and KP, it's a pitcher at Florida State.
It is. Let's head to Tallahassee, where the ace of the Florida State pitching staff is lefty Jamie Arnold. He's considered one of the top prospects in the 2025 MLB draft, according to ESPN draft insider Kylie McDaniel.
But it's a friendship he's made with an 8-year-old Florida State fan and a campaign he started that's making a big impact way beyond the world of college baseball.
This is Jamie Arnold, pitcher for Florida State, and I'm excited to announce a season-long campaign, K-Time for Cystic Fibrosis, in honor of my buddy Bradley Wombles. Bradley and his family have been amazing fans of our baseball program for a long time. So this season, for each strikeout, I'll donate $25 to West Florida Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Jamie, you raise money for CF.
Anytime I'm pitching, they're always down in the bullpen when I'm warming up.
What's up, buddy? This hat's keep out good. We will.
Before I go out to throw, I'll give them a fist bump, tell them what's up, and they just wish me good luck. I tell them, like, let's raise some money today.
Come on and whiffed. Another strikeout for Arnold.
Swing and a miss. This stuff too much.
125 raise. Already?
I'd like to go out there and punch out 15 every time if that means I can raise more money for them. So it's cool that every time I do get a punch out, I'm raising money for them. It's fun.
K-time. 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 K-time.
Bradley was born on March 11th, 2017.
And about 11 days later, my wife got the call from the pediatrician himself saying, hey, your newborn screening flagged a possibility of cystic fibrosis. And then a couple days later, got the diagnosis that it has cystic fibrosis.
I was heartbroken, cried for 2 days straight, didn't know what to do, where to go.
We didn't have a clue what cystic fibrosis was. And of course, go home and you Google it, and it's like a reality slap in the face when you realize it's a genetic disease that's deadly and there's no cure for it. Cystic fibrosis affects the lungs, the pancreas, and a lot of other different organs in the body. His body can't move fluids and stuff properly through it. He gets builds up thick, sticky mucus that clogs his airways, as well as other different parts of the body.
He has a severe form, so his prognosis is a little worse than a lot of patients.
He has the airway clearance vest that we do twice a day when he's healthy. It is a vest that basically vibrates his lungs in combination with inhaled medicines that he takes to loosen that mucus that builds up in his lungs so he can get it up and out. There's a lot of antibiotics that we take off and on depending on what's going on. Some days may be great and he'll be playing out in the yard fine, and then all of a sudden a few hours later he's struggling and gasping for air.
Oh my gosh, he's a remarkably strong little boy. He blows me away every day.
Bradley loves baseball. He tells me all the time that that's his passion, and his goal and dream is to play for FSU one day.
I've seen like everything Bradley goes through online, all the procedures that he deals with. So I've been familiar with his situation for my past 3 years. My mom ended up getting close to their family, and she brought the idea up to me, and I thought it was perfect, and I was immediately on board with it. I'm giving $25 for every strikeout.
I cried, I'll be honest, because that's huge for a kid to get ready to go into his season. Talked about #1 draft pick.
Arnold strikes him out.
And here he is focusing on helping raise money for your chronically ill son.
Just seeing that what we do on the field brings them joy makes me happy.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State.
Did you have fun? Yeah. Good. And we won. Come on, let's find Jamie.
He knows that Jamie, especially this season when Jamie's out there pitching, in a way he's pitching for him.
100% of the money Jamie's campaign has raised goes to the West Florida Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Between what Jamie has donated himself, based on his 97 strikeouts so far this season, plus other donations made through the awareness he's raised. As of May 27th, the total is over $11,500. That's already surpassed their original goal. So now they've set a new goal of $20,000. All right, KP, over the years, we have seen a lot of brackets reshaped by one arm. Let's start with the man that we just saw this story about. Jamie Arnold is a person who can get you to Omaha and also have you dogpile.
He can. I mean, Florida State's got a great 1-2 punch, but it starts with the guy that we just talked about, and that's the left-hander, Jamie Arnold. We already told you, top prospect in the 2025 draft. He should be a first-rounder. He kind of got famous at Florida State, too. And it wasn't like we just jumped onto the stage this year. Jamie Arnold has been incredibly consistent since he has been there. He's also been in the postseason, and that's a big deal. So where we're going into it, Arnold has been there before. It's a Florida State team that played in Omaha last year. Arnold could be a big reason why they have a chance to do it again.
All right, I know you love hitting, but you are a pitcher first and foremost. Who are the other pitchers that we should be looking for?
We got a few guys that we're going to see in the big leagues here before long, and our advantage is we get to watch them a little bit more in their collegiate uniforms over the next few weeks. Let's start with Cade Anderson, left-hander who's now leading the country in strikeouts. A guy that again, we had heard plenty about, but Anderson made a huge jump this year. It's an elevated fastball, gets into the mid-90s. Ability to control the zone this year has been outstanding, and then the strikeouts just kept adding up. So this is the guy that's second, and he's pretty good too. Your two top left-handers in the nation, in addition to Jamie Arnold. Liam Doyle, transfer from Ole Miss, has been the ace for Tennessee all year. Gives you that true opening day starter on a weekend that can go out and beat anybody. And then Kyson Witherspoon, who again, this is the best collegiate right-hander in the country. We've seen him up to 100. Yes, 100 miles an hour. But his control of the zone this year has made a huge jump forward. Kyson Witherspoon is that name you don't want to see on the lineup card on the other side, and we will see it this weekend for OU.
Well, you were a college pitcher. My dad was a college pitcher. I never came close to being a college pitcher, but I know this. There's always someone that pops up that maybe you weren't looking at that is the guy that gets you to the dog pile in Omaha. We'll have to see who that is. ESPN will once again be the exclusive home of the entire NCAA Division I baseball postseason. Coverage begins Friday on the Family Networks and continues throughout the month of June, with the College World Series beginning June 13th.
No pilot has ever had a 9-inning no-hitter. The 1-2. Ground ball to the left side. Charging it is Katayama Stahl. Quick release across the diamond, and he does it. A perfect game for Ryan Rembiz and the Portland Pilots.
27 up, 27 down. 2 weeks into the season, Portland's Ryan Rembiz threw the Pilots' first 9-inning perfect game. The senior had a 90-pitch game with 12 strikeouts in an 8-0 win over Seattle University. What's even more impressive, it was just his third start of his collegiate career because he typically comes out of the bullpen. LSU shortstop Stephen Milam has a tattoo that reads, "Height doesn't measure heart," a fitting motto for an undersized spark plug who's made a habit out of silencing doubters and following in the footsteps of another legendary Tiger before him. Here's Chris Budden with the story of Monster Milam.
Stephen Milam is not an imposing figure, but his nickname is Monster.
Growing up, I always thought I could play baseball at the next level. That's just kind of always the belief I've had in myself. Not the biggest, not the strongest. Everybody's told me, like, oh, you'll never make it there, you're too small.
Milam fields, spins, fires, what a play!
That's kind of the chip on my shoulder that I play with.
Milam launches toward the wall! Gone!
I'm a 5'6" kid who's never been handed anything. I've always had to go and take it myself.
The Monster has a flair for dramatic.
Crawfish is so good, it just doesn't fill me up. Like, it's like a snack, and then I gotta eat something else.
Stephen Milam grew up in the small town of Las Cruces, New Mexico, about 1,000 miles away from the Bayou and big-time college baseball of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
What's up, Holmes?
Undersized and overlooked, his path to LSU seemed unlikely. But years earlier, fellow New Mexico native Alex Bregman had shown that no matter your size or where you're from, it was possible to play for the Tigers.
And I saw Bregman make that spinning play in the College World Series.
Bregman, oh, what a play by Alex Bregman!
And I was like, damn, that's where I want to go. Let me see that knuckleball. Oh, that's pretty good. That was nasty.
Milam arrived at LSU in the fall of 2023, and it was anything but a smooth start.
Probably took like 4 or 5 months to actually get the growing pains out.
Going from high school baseball in New Mexico to LSU is like going to the moon.
My welcome to SEC moment was Mississippi State. They had the cowbells going in your face. We're facing Durangelo. He's a switch pitcher, and he's throwing 99 from the right side, and then he's throwing like 94, 95 from the left side.
And 2-2 to Milam. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning.
Just wow.
And from there, he kind of settled in, and by the time we got into late in SEC play, he was on fire.
Clark, deep right field, it is gone!
Over the last 25 games of that 2024 season, Milam hit .364 with 7 home runs.
It is gone, and it is over!
And in the postseason, this Tiger earned his stripes.
I've always kind of let my true personality show with my cleats, my bats, my hair. I was like, if we ended up making a regional, I'm gonna dye my hair some Tiger stripes.
Bottom of the ninth, 3-3, and Monster Milam leads off.
That's the guy at that time of year you want at the plate.
Personally, me, rather take the final out than giving it to somebody else. I want the game in my hands.
A legend is born!
After a freshman All-American season playing at second base, this year Milam again followed in the footsteps of Alex Bregman and made the move to shortstop.
He had a strong desire to be a shortstop, made the decision to do that, and he plays in a manner that I think Alex Bregman would be very proud of.
It's an honor. You know how special the position is. I worked for this and told myself this is what I've always wanted.
KP, we asked Steven if he'd be doing any special hairstyles for the postseason, and he assured us the Tiger stripes will be back. I think that would be a good look for you.
I need a little bit more up top, I think, Ryan. Let's go Baton Rouge to Northwest Arkansas. Maui is more than 3,800 miles away from Fayetteville, Arkansas, but this season, the Aloha spirit has made itself right at home in the natural state, thanks to brothers Vahiva and Kuhio Aloy.
The duo became the first siblings ever named first-team All-SEC, a milestone forged in belief, brotherhood, and a bond as strong as their game. Chris Burke has the story of the men they call the Bash Brothers.
See the two Aloy brothers, they are just knocking the cover off the ball.
We're from Maui, Hawaii. I'm born and raised.
Vahiva Aloy, light tower power.
Dead center! This ball's gone!
He's as good a shortstop as there is in the country.
Jump throw, Jeter-esque! Got him!
The Bash Brothers, BRADDAHS.
Kuhio Aloy.
He's the younger brother. He ain't smaller.
Aloy leaves the yard!
About 111 off the bat.
They sent both of these back to Maui.
The Hawaiians continue to terrorize opponents' pitchers.
The Aloy brothers, Vahiva and Kuhio, were born 17 months apart. Growing up in the Aloha state, they developed a shared passion for baseball.
Earliest memory, I probably would say playing wiffle ball in the yard with my brother.
We grew up together, loving the game, and I really loved hitting, and he'd always be out there fielding. It'd get dark, we'd still be out there playing.
We always try to outdo each other. One time, we got into a fight.
I just wanted to keep playing, and he wanted to call it quits.
He dented my dad's truck.
He pushed me into the truck. When we fought every day, it just brought us closer, you know.
The first time they were apart was in 2022, when Vahiva, the eldest brother, went off to college to play baseball at Sacramento State.
That's way over the batter's eye. That maybe hit a car.
He was named the Western Athletic Conference Freshman of the Year, but he entered the transfer portal after his first season.
He was a shortstop that we had targeted big time. When he popped up, we got on it and we got him visit.
It was pretty much game over when I saw all the facilities and talked to the coaches.
Vahiva started every game at shortstop for Arkansas in 2024.
Aloy just smushed that one.
Meanwhile, little bro, Kuhio, was kicking off his career at BYU.
Freshman from Maui delivers another game winner.
And like his big brother, it would only be for 1 year.
We've always wanted to play together at the college level. When I entered the transfer portal, Arkansas was the first school to hit me up.
We knew his brother went to BYU as a pitcher. Next thing you know, he's hitting. His numbers were pretty good, you know, for a guy that hadn't hit a whole lot. We took a little bit of a chance. He took a chance on us.
Playing SEC baseball and being able to play with my brother is, you know, a dream come true.
At the beginning of 2025, there were questions about how Cahill would adjust to SEC pitching, but he quickly put those concerns to rest.
He was on fire. Every time there was a big situation, it was 2-out double clearing the bases. It was 3-run homer. I mean, the RBIs were piling up.
Aloha, says Cahill, Illinois. What an amazing beginning to this season.
The ball looked good up there at the plate, just trying to go out there and act like I'm playing wiffle ball with my brother.
At the same time, Vahiva, in his second year at Arkansas, solidified himself as a superstar in the SEC.
Vahiva Aloy continues to amaze.
If you combo up the offense with the defense, I don't think I've ever had a better shortstop.
What a sensational double play.
This season, the Aloys are leading the Razorbacks offense at the plate, earning them a new moniker around Fayetteville, the Bash Brothers, an homage to the original Bash brothers, Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco, with their own Hawaiian spin.
It started when we both hit a home run in the same game, and then kind of did like the jump celebration. It's more of like the Hawaiian thing, back home using the word brothers instead of brothers.
At home, we call each other brothers when we just hanging out or cruising with the boys.
The ball's flying today, and the Hawaiians are doing some damage.
Fans out here love it. I always see them walking around with leis, palm trees.
I know they got to feel the love because, you know, I'm coaching in there and I'm feeling it.
We take a lot of pride from where we're from and the last name on our jersey, our culture, and just representing everybody in Hawaii.
In addition to being named first team All-SEC, Vahiva added the SEC Player of the Year award to his trophy case. He's leading Arkansas in batting average and home runs, so Kyle Peterson, it is no surprise that he tops your list of hitters to watch for.
SEC Player of the Year. That's a tough one to start with right here. For Vahiva Aloy, first year in his collegiate career was at Sacramento State. Goes into the portal, now has been at Arkansas 2 different years. And Dave Van Horn got a chance to work with him both defensively and then Nate Thompson offensively. It's been a big jump this year for both. Defensively, he was as good a defensive shortstop as we saw in the Southeastern Conference. And then offensively, we've seen the firepower, one of many reasons why he'll be a first-rounder this year.
All right, who else you got beyond the obvious guy?
Let's stay on the islands. It's the year of the Hawaiian shortstop. And in this case, we're going to go to Corvallis, Oregon. This is Ivar Arquette. The body may not look like a shortstop. 6'4", 6'5", right in the middle of the diamond. Well, the stats look pretty good. For Arquette, 17 home runs this year. He is a semifinalist for the Golden Spikes Award. And a big reason why Oregon State is a top 8 national seed. He's led this offense all the way throughout the season. Ike Irish is the best collegiate shortstop in the country. Catcher in the country. When you look at everything for Irish, he's a guy that Auburn's offense is really built around. Rare that happens behind the plate. But Ike Irish has led this offense, has gotten back to having Auburn as a top 8 national seed. We'll see postseason baseball this year on the Plains. And then Alex Lodis, we keep saying, Defensive Player of the Year. Golden Spikes semifinalist. Well, Lodis is all of those different things. Offensive jump this year, has a real chance to win National Player of the Year, hitting above 400 with power at the shortstop position. So not just the year of the Hawaiian shortstop, it is the year of the collegiate shortstop. Lodis will be a first-rounder as well.
And allow me to throw in my big orange class ring, and let's talk about Andrew Fisher. A lot of transfers. This is his third school, his third program. That's very 2025, but he can rake.
22 home runs to lead a Tennessee offense. It's third in the country in home runs. He's a reason why we've got Tennessee playing at home yet again.
Bases loaded for Stanford. Fastball hit high in the air, deep to left field, way back there, gone! A grand slam homer! Stanford wins!
Grounded to third, Stansberry. It's over. Rice has done it. Rice has won its first ever national championship. Strike three call, it's over. And the team that almost did not make the field of 64 has won it back to back. He got it, and it's all over. Coastal Carolina rules the roost and win the championship.
The voice of the late, great Mike Patrick, and our current voice, Carl Ravitch. Well, some say it's known as the place you can get the best steak in the country. Others say it's where the Reuben sandwich was invented. All debatable, but both entirely accurate. One thing that isn't debatable about Omaha, Nebraska, is it is the center of the college baseball universe.
Since 1950, millions of college baseball fans descended upon iconic Johnny Rosenblatt Stadium, a.k.a. the Blatt, and then in 2011 to Charles Schwab Field, a.k.a. the Chuck, to witness the annual crowning of college baseball's national champion. On this 75th anniversary of the College World Series in Omaha, we present this time capsule, which explains why the road to Omaha has been a journey like no other.
This is like walking into a time capsule. This is all about Omaha and World Series. If you want to get a feel for what this place means, you come here.
Stadium View Sports Cards in Omaha, Nebraska.
The last two dinosaurs on 13th Street, me and this place.
Since 1992, it has served as a meeting place and the unofficial museum of the College World Series.
How do you explain like what the College World Series means to this city?
We've tried to become a bigger event city with more NCAA stuff, but this is still us. It is what defines us.
Welcome everyone to Omaha and the NCAA College World Series.
We're going to Omaha, baby! J.D. Drew just hit it into the zoo.
It's a home run for Will Clark. Grand slam home run for the freshman Pete Incaviglia.
This is the great American sporting event.
Skis, fastball on the corner.
This ball is crushed.
It's the pinnacle of college baseball.
Game, set, match. It's not, let's get to the finals. It's, let's get to Omaha.
Be sure to visit Omaha and its many exciting attractions. It's a special place.
Rising from the western bank of the Missouri River, Omaha is home to about 500,000 people. And for 75 years, it's been the home base for the Men's College World Series.
Back in 1950, the NCAA was looking for a home for the College World Series. So the powers that be here in Omaha at the time went to them with a proposal. We have a new stadium. It's a AAA baseball field called Rosenblatt Stadium. We'll commit to hosting the College World Series, and if there's any loss, we'll cover it. And basically, the rest is history, as they say.
Pandemonium breaks loose. Minnesota has won.
It belongs to Texas. USA for the 12th time.
Rice has won its first ever national championship.
Surrounding Rosenblatt Stadium was a working-class neighborhood built by immigrant meatpackers that every summer would transform into a makeshift Olympic village for the 8 teams and their traveling parties, which made Stadium View Sports Cards, located right across the street, the center of the baseball universe.
How do you describe what the energy was like up here on 13th Street when Rosenblatt Stadium was right over there?
Carnival. It was kind of a party every day. We would have 1,000 or more people walk through the place.
We got in there. Just potato salad. There we go.
It was like going to a fair and all of a sudden a baseball game breaks out.
Hit deep to right center field. It's a double by Ventura.
The excitement that's in town, in the stadium, you know, your fans are there. It's a pretty cool thing.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
I just feel like the energy there is so different. You have a family that would bring each team to either their household or somewhere off-site, and they would cater a whole meal for the team.
Our official title is team host. We help the team when they arrive at the airport, and then we are just available in case they need anything.
In 2010, Jim Costello, one of the local residents assigned to each team, hosted Jackie Bradley and the South Carolina Gamecocks.
One of their trainers gave me a little list asking if they could possibly have this stuff in their dugout for the team, which is a tradition. And basically it just says groceries pre-game, apples, oranges, pistachio nuts, seedless grapes, salted peanuts, let's see, a couple lemons. They needed Trident tropical gum, orange. They were very specific about that. And the best part about it was South Carolina won the College World Series that year.
South Carolina wins the College World Series.
I was fortunate enough to receive a championship ring from South Carolina. That was my first championship ring.
They walk away as the final College World Series champs at historic Rosenblatt Stadium.
Playing in Rosenblatt to close it out was a dream come true.
Whether at Rosenblatt Stadium or since 2011 at Charles Schwab Field, Omaha has witnessed so much history and so many legendary players.
Bonds at the drive to right. Back to the wall. It's gone. Home run for Barry Bonds.
Clemens has got it all going his way.
Oh, Clemens has sent down the first 6 batters he has faced, all on strikes.
There's Nomar, drives this one high and deep and left field gone.
But one moment remains transcendent. The 1996 championship game between Miami and LSU.
It was a packed house. Just a dramatic ending to just a well-played, hotly contested baseball game.
A runner at third, 8-7 Miami with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th.
I'm up and been hurt most of the year, and I remember thinking if I strike out, I'm striking out swinging.
Now Warren Morris hits a deep drive down the right field line. That ball is gone!
My vision turns towards second, and that's where I see all the Miami infielders on the ground. That's really when it kind of registered with me, wait a minute, that's not just a home run. We just won the College World Series.
LSU wins the College World Series on a home run by Morris.
We always had the TV on, so when the crowd erupted, there were 30 people that flew through this door to see what happened and see if they could see the replay.
Friends, how improbable is that finish?
It was such an exciting, thrilling moment. A game-winning walk-off, home run. The statue out in front of the stadium commemorates that event.
After 75 years, Omaha and the Men's College World Series are like Augusta and the Masters. Indianapolis in the 500, Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. A town and an event so intertwined for so long, it is impossible to imagine one without the other.
They're all trying to get to Omaha. It's the mecca of college baseball, and that means a lot to people.
You know where we're going? Going to Omaha, baby!
Your Final Four might move around. Your football game might be at a different stadium every time, but everybody knows it's Omaha. And that is a word that carries so much weight.
Hurry back to the College World Series. Come on back to Omaha.
Oh, son, I can smell the whiskey fillets and taste the soft serve ice cream from here. All right, you are in a club of one. You grew up in Omaha, you went to games, you played in the College World Series. Now you get paid to go to the games as the voice of college baseball. Give me your favorite baseball memory of the College World Series.
There's been a lot of them. Rosenblatt has so much history amongst those of us that saw it even, but then watched it, played in it. But for me, it's the last game at Rosenblatt. As you well know, Ryan, you cannot spell Whit without hit.
That's true.
And that's exactly what this was. The walk-off single by Whit Merrifield for South Carolina to win their first of what became back-to-back national championships. And then we turned the lights out on Rosenblatt for the final time.
And I was standing with you.
Yeah,
you and I were standing together on the third baseline when my buddy Brian there played Take Me Out to the Ball game. All right, for me, I'm going to go back a few years earlier. But in 2008, we saw an underdog, wonder dog story that we've never seen before or since.
Line to right. Detweiler's got it. Cinderella wins the national championship.
Yes, Fresno State in 2008. My boy Steve Detweiler sticking that ball in his back pocket. I think he still has it. His hands were all broken. But this series to me, by the way, this is when I wrote my New York Times worst-selling book, The Road to Omaha. But that was a fantastic book for me. All right, so personally, do you have a personal best memory?
Yeah, and I'll fully admit some selfishness on this. But back in the days when the draft took place during the College World Series, I actually got drafted on the field. We were playing Auburn, an elimination game. I, of course, was doing the bucket in batting practice. Nice.
Look at that guy.
Roll these back out. That's wonderful. But doing the bucket during batting practice, and our sports information director came running on the field. The draft wasn't televised at that point. Said, "Hey, I want to hand you the phone." And Milwaukee Brewers said, "We're drafting you the first round." Coach Marco said, "That's cool. Go back and do the bucket because somebody needs to do it." And off we went and beat Auburn in a elimination game.
That's just 9 being 9.
Yeah,
go back to work. All right, so for me, the first time I had grown up watching the College World Series on television while you were there as a kid. You know, living in North Carolina on Tobacco Road and seeing Penny and Cavilla and all these guys. And then I finally got to go with my father in 2001 and 2002. There's us, right? No beard. You and I think we have the same glasses, by the way. That's in front of Rosenblatt Stadium, and that's inside Rosenblatt Stadium. This was right before, I think, watching Rice, Texas. I mean, it was an unbelievable lineup. And I got another one. And you see these pictures of me with the man. Well, how about me with the man right here? This is where we met.
What in the world were we talking about?
This is the 2008 College World Series, the same one I was talking about. One of my favorite things about that was that's where we became friends.
Right there.
We've been friends ever since, right there. I don't know what we're talking about. We were very serious.
We were. Yeah, we tricked them again. We've done it for the last 20 years. Why stop now?
We were breaking it down, and we have broken it down for you now. And hopefully you feel prepared and entertained and moved to watch the NCAA men's baseball tournament. I can't wait to dig into these games. I can't wait to dig into those steaks and that ice cream later this summer. And thank you so much for watching me and the great Kyle Peterson. Game on. Journey to the NCAA championship.
We are finally ready to go. The College World Series in Omaha.
Anything you want to try to accomplish, you got to see it and you got to believe it.
That ball is smoked. It is gone. Struck him out and makes the catch. Gone.
The goal is playing the College World Series. Let the road to Omaha begin.